Yo, what's up everybody? So I've got a video here of some Call of Duty Black Ops 2, and so what I wanted to talk about is the new Destiny DLC that it's coming up. Destiny, a fun game that had very little in the game, so it got boring pretty quick. I stopped playing it a few weeks ago. Tried to get back to it, but I don't know, it just kind of stale for me. So anyways, they've got a new DLC coming out, which a lot of people are going to pick up, and anyways, I was actually kind of excited for it. I was looking to get some new raids and stuff like that. Not really into the multiplayer just because there's only like 3-4 multiplayer maps, but I thought new raids would be cool. And I heard that the PS4 guys, I don't know if it's PS3 too or whatever, probably is. I think it's Sony exclusive. They get DLC early and stuff, so I was like, alright, it'll probably be like how Call of Duty does with the map packs, where instead of Xbox getting it a month early, Sony will just get it a month early, so they'll get the DLC early. They will still get all the full DLC after a month. It kind of sucks that they do that. It's annoying with Call of Duty too, but I can't complain since, I don't know, I knew when I bought it for the Xbox that the DLC was probably going to arrive late anyways. Still got the game, so kind of annoyed that I bought it now, because I'm reading this article here, which I will link in the info, and it is from Kotaku.com, and it says, on December 9th, Bungie will release the Dark Below, a new expansion pack for Destiny. It'll be $20, so $20 for DLC is pretty expensive. I thought $15 for the Call of Duty maps was expensive, and to put in this perspective at least, for the overpriced Call of Duty DLC, at least you're getting your money's worth. So Destiny, you can play a few new maps and stuff like that, but they get stale pretty fast, especially, like even GTA 5, you have some new heists and stuff with the DLC, and it'll get old after you beat it, but at least in Call of Duty, you put days, if not weeks into the multiplayer, so you're actually kind of getting your money's worth. But for $20, you'll get some new story missions, which story missions were so short, some new multiplayer maps, a raid, and 2 new strikes. Unless you're on the Xbox, then you don't get the new strikes. You can see it'll be for PS3 and PS4 users, like I said. So Bungie says the exclusivity is at least until the fall of 2015, which means you have to wait a year minimum to miss out on the fucking strikes. See, Bungie sucks balls. I'm not buying this DLC. If you have an Xbox, I'd recommend nobody buys the DLC. So here's what happens. It's not going to be cheaper than how it is on the PS4. You're still going to pay the $20 full. You don't get the strikes, which are what is fun in Destiny. The story missions you're going to finish in an hour or two, because like I said, the story was so damn short in the thing. The multiplayer maps, the game should have shipped with more than 4 maps at the start. It was kind of ridiculous how incomplete of a game it is. Not to mention that this DLC is already on the fucking disc, which people undercovered already. I was thinking I was using that word wrong. I'm not. So yeah, so people looked into it and they said, okay, so they found, what am I trying to say here? Oh, they looked into like the code of the game and stuff, and they found the DLC was already written to the disc. So when you buy the DLC, I'm sure you'll get an update to patch most of it. But mostly what it is, it's already on the disc, and you're just buying a little key to unlock it. So they made the majority of the DLC already. They're going to sell it to us at $20, which I find the price ridiculous. Why is $20? I don't know, but okay, we'll say you get the multiplayer maps, the raids, and the story. If you're on PS4, PS3, I still find that expensive. It's a third of the price of the game for one DLC pack, and they said they were going to put a shitload of DLC packs out, so I found that a little ridiculous. But if you're on the Xbox One, don't even give us the DLC if it's incomplete, if you're making us pay full price. You get to pay $20 for DLC, where you're missing a big chunk of it, and I'm sure you're not going to tell players and stuff like that. You'll market it as a full DLC and stuff. And then, second one, is a fucking year to wait for it? I can see a month or whatever, but a year, dude, is ridiculous. I really hope nobody on the Xbox buys the DLC and everybody trades in the game. And if you're going to buy Destiny, buy it used so Bungie doesn't get any more money for screwing over their fan base and stuff like that here. So, and I really annoyed when I read that story. I was going to keep Destiny, but now I'm going to trade it in to get Advanced Warfare, because I think you can still get like 30 or 35 bucks for it at GameStop, and they might even give you a little bit more if you trade it in towards the purchase of Advanced Warfare, which I know Activision made both of them, so it's kind of hypocritical buying Call of Duty and selling Destiny. It's both Activision published games, but really douchey how they're doing this. And again, I guess it's not really Bungie's fault, it's Activision who's screwing everybody over, so I should complain about Activision, because I probably still will end up buying the Halo's Collector's Edition game when that comes out in 2 weeks anyways, so don't want to hate on Bungie too much. Just remember, Activision, I wish an interview, I think it was like MW2, and they were the first ones to jump up the price of DLC from 10 bucks to 15. And they had 402, who's the community manager at the time, and they're like, why is the DLC more expensive? And he's like, yeah, Activision picks the price points, we don't. So DLC is worth it, and he like tries to do his best to sell it and stuff like that and try to get out of the question. He's just like, yeah, I can't choose the price points and stuff. So it's really Activision who's the horse here, but if you're on the Xbox, don't spend $20 on incomplete DLC. It's not going to be worth it. Destiny is a fun game for what it was, but look into it. The Crucible player versus player had no longevity in it and stuff like that. It got old quick. The leveling system is pretty flawed, especially with the light and stuff like that. The grind for it is kind of, I don't want to say dumb, but it's just annoying. I'd rather have like the full levels and like prestige mode and stuff like that from Call of Duty anyways. And I really wasn't planning on playing it once Advanced Warfare dropped anyways, at least not the multiplayer. I couldn't even make it the multiplayer fun until Advanced Warfare dropped. The only thing I really enjoyed was the strikes and raid, which I guess you get one new raid, which is cool, but for $20 goddamn, and then strike missions, which you don't get anyways. And that was the fun thing about the game, is the strikes, but there's like 4 of them, so it was repetitive as hell. I keep playing the same them strike missions over and over. So way to screw your fans over, Activision. Really annoying that they publish the majority of games. I'm going to start trying to get more EA titles, and if I buy another Activision game, I think Advanced Warfare is the last one I'm going to buy new, and the rest of them are going to be used games. I'll wait a week or 2 until they are used, and then that way GameStop gets the money, and Activision doesn't get any money for the sale on used games. So start doing that. Try to show them how douchey they are, and then I'd recommend people do that with Advanced Warfare too. Although, like I said, I'm not, because I want to play that the day it comes out. But people should, if you're not buying that on launch, I'd recommend buying it used and stuff like that, to not give them any money for that game either. So that was a little story of how annoying this is. Like I said, link to the story is in the info of this video. I'll leave it in the comments if you're still going to get the DLC on Xbox. Like I said, just seems like a giant waste of money now anyways. So that's it, guys. Thanks for watching.